There is a saying that the only permanent thing in life is change. When it comes to the UK immigration rules, this cannot be further from the truth. Since my last briefing, there has been changes in the UK immigration rules. There has also been a new proposal. In this briefing, what I intend to do is to bring you up to date to these new changes. So I'll go straight to it. You would recall that the new Home Office Secretary, James Cleverly, had announced some proposal in the past, not too long ago anyway, which includes an increment of the income threshold for family visa to rise to £38,700 by next spring of 2024, which is about the end of March. Now, this is no longer the case. Probably some of you may have already had this, but don't forget that in my channel, what I do is not just to bring you the news. I also try to explain the context of the news. I give you the backstory and give you a fuller and more detailed picture on what the news is and why the news came about. And that is exactly what I intend to do in the next few minutes. Now, there are news out there that this new proposal, this new increment has been cancelled. I can tell you categorically that this is not true, that this is not the position. It is more like a delay rather than cancellation, and I'm going to explain that. The government has made a recent announcement, particularly from, in fact, both from the Home Office and from number 10 Downing Street. Both James Cleverly and Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister, have confirmed what I am telling you. I have been tracking the situation, I've been following events, and I have confirmed exactly what the true position is. That is exactly why I'm making this video. Now, what is the true position currently? What government have now done is that following protestations, pressures from all over against this arbitrary increase, if I should put it that way, of 28,700. Government have done, there's a bit of reversal of that policy, but not total cancellation. What they have now planned to do is to adopt two stages increments. Rather than going all the way from 18,600, which is the current threshold, as far as 38,700, they have now decided to adopt a two-stage increment idea. How is that going to work out? Now, there's still going to be an increase come next spring, about the end of March, but it is going to be £29,000. So it's going to first move from 18,600 to £29,000. That would be the first increment, which will happen about the end of March of 2024. Now, a year after or thereabout, sometime in 2024, they have not given the exact date. There will now be a second stage increment, which will now be the 38,700 that they earlier announced. That is what the position is at the moment. So I can tell you categorically that that policy has not been totally cancelled. That exorbitant 38,700 will still be a reality, but that will be sometime in 2025. There might be total cancellation at the end of the day. We don't know exactly. That depends on what happens in the next general election. But at the moment, because of the anti-immigration sentiment that is out there, it will be difficult for this government to completely cancel it. This government wants to win the next election. Labour also wants to win the election. But from the feelers out there, it's more likely that Labour will take over the government come the next election. So if there's any chances of completely canceling this, it will happen after the next election. I don't know for sure what will happen, but it is more likely that Labour will take over the reins of affairs of the United Kingdom. And most of these draconian immigration policies might either be completely thrown away or given some form of a human face, if I should put it that way. Now, everything I have told you here, you can take it to the bank. That is exactly what it is. But these are not my conjectures. I came across this information by tracking events and following statements and policy statements and announcements that has come out of the Home Office and number 10 Downing Street. I've listened directly to James Cleverly and also to Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister. Both of them are on the same page on this current policy that I've just told you. So this is what it is. But you can agree with me that in reality, not much has changed. It is still the idea of increasing the threshold is still what is going to happen. So if you are someone who is trying to bring a family member to the United Kingdom through the family visa or union route, your best bet is to try and put across your application before March next year. Do it as soon as you can because the increment is definitely happen. It is happening. 29,000 is still not an easy thing. Most jobs that most immigrants do is even below 29,000 annual income. So that is still a lot of money. Your best bet is to work on the current figure, which is 18,600. But you can only take advantage of this if you were able to package and send in your application before March. In fact, do it before February, actually. Yeah, I should say before February, because when you say spring, there's no actual date for that. It could be about the 20th of March. But to play safe, you better do it before the end of February to ensure that this new increment does not affect you. Now, I am going to thank you so much if you've been able to watch this video up to this point. The reason why I give my briefings is to bring you up to date with what is happening in the UK immigration rules and policy. I bring you up to date to changes. So if you are a subscriber, and I'm sure you have benefited from this particular briefing, do like it and share it. Send it to those who will also benefit from it. If you're not yet a subscriber, you can also right now subscribe so that we'll also be up to date every time there is a new briefing on my channel. But please, most importantly, let me make this clear also. There's nothing in what I have said or in my previous videos that you must take as a legal opinion. No, these are not legal advice, or is it a professional opinion in any way? Not at all. Everything I have said, every content you found on this my channel is only meant to be for educational purpose and nothing more. Where you need a lawyer, please seek for one. There's nothing I have said that would take away the need for a lawyer, a legal opinion that is tailored to fit into your own peculiarity, into your own individual circumstances. Now, having said that, thank you so much for being part of this particular briefing. I'll see you in the next one.